SMT Nation, we back. Nation, I found this article from the Benton Institute for Broadband and Society. I think originally from Telecompetitor. So I'm going to be kind of like, I guess, citing both of those pieces here within this video. But the statement made by this Florida home broadband provider saying that megabit broadband speeds are obsolete. That's a really interesting take on things, considering that most of the time we measure speeds for home broadband on a megabit per second basis. So what are they basically saying? Gigabit speed is the way of the future. Let's talk about that here in today's video. I'll be sure to link the article for you down in the description. Ways to support the channel in the description as well. Okay, so they kind of got a point here. I want to start this off by saying multi-gig speed has become pretty regular. At least on my channel, we cover it all the time. We discuss it on the podcast. We'll do videos on it occasionally from time to time. AT&T offers multi-gig speed in some markets. So does Verizon Fios. We're going to be seeing Comcast with Xfinity and, Charter with Spectrum services having multi-gig speed, right? Those will be scaling over the next couple of years. And of course, all these greenfield fiber networks that are being built in these new areas across the country, new developments, places getting BEAD dollars, they're all getting multi-gig speed offers. Google Fiber selling like 20 gig fiber home internet. So yeah, multi-gig speed is not some random concept. It's not something out of left field. It's become pretty regular to hear about. Not saying it's national or anything like that in availability, just saying that it's not out of the realm of possibilities, right? It's pretty common at this point to hear news of it. Anyways, Wire3, a home internet provider in Florida, says using their XGS PON technology from Nokia allows them to support up to 10 gigabit per second speed. And because of that and their ability to scale this across, most of their footprint, they're going to be doing everything in gigabit speed, right? Their quote, fiber optic internet affords consumers freedom from lagging, buffering, and throttled upload speeds, but other companies are still offering 300, 100, even 25 megabit per second plans. It's time to stop accepting megabits in a gigabit world and to lower the barrier of entry for people to embrace the coming technologies. So hear me out on this. He's right. They are right about that statement. Folks need more than they think they do. In a world where your home networking is probably going to require more than megabits, especially for a connected home that's going to be running, ultra high definition home security systems, anything involving work, involving large file transfers. Think of content creators. You start doing like AR, VR, you look at latencies as elements of networking as well. Fiber is the way, and high capacity fiber is the way. But I have to bring in fixed wireless, which is the fastest growing segment of home broadband, where typically you're seeing speeds of 100 megabits per second downlink and about 10 megabits to 20 megabits per second uplink. And people are saying, that's good enough and stuff like that. But look at the pricing from this provider. Like, no joke, this provider is selling, and I'm talking about Wire3 here from this article. They're selling a gigabit per second symmetrical for $60. And they're selling 10 gigabits per second for $99, right? So they're taking the gigabit thing seriously, and they're good with it. And a lot of places, fiber providers can do that, and we're going to see more fiber getting built, and we're going to see, continued investment into infrastructure in the future. But I have to ask this question: megabits per second obsolete? It's hard to argue that when the fastest growing home internet, home broadband solution is fixed wireless access. Verizon 5G Home, AT&T Internet Air, T-Mobile Home Internet, they're the fastest growing share takers. They're responsible for like 98% of the gross adds in home internet because fiber just doesn't scale like fixed wireless does. Now, if you have 5G home internet over millimeter wave from Verizon, then yeah, you can get, gigabit per second plus speed on download, but even upload, you're still probably 100 to 300 megabit per second uplink. So it's kind of sort of fiber-like in a way, right? It's like wireless fiber. So obsolete, I don't think so. I don't think that's realistic. I don't think that's truth-telling, you know, for now. Until you've got ubiquitous and fully available national scale fiber networking, it's really hard to get behind this. It's just not realistic for folks. So it might be obsolete to these folks who are building fiber networks in small patches across the country. I think our best hope is going to be from cable for us to really make this statement. Big cable, Comcast, Charter, for those guys. You know, unless a municipality or city can build it and operate and manage its own fiber optic network over its utility poles with its power and those types of things and electric. I don't know, man. So I agree with the Florida provider with Wire 3 that megabits per second should be obsolete. I think every home should have gigabit per second speed at their premise. I just don't think it's realistic, right? It's just... It's one of those things, man. Anyways, I made this video because I want to get your feedback. Are megabit per second speeds obsolete? Do you agree or disagree with that statement? And give me your reason why you believe it to be right or wrong. Give me your take. Comment down below. You are the voice of the people, the SMT Nation. Let your voice be heard.